Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome to a video where I want to talk about Chelsea 2.0. The most recent successful generation of Chelsea Football Club had the talisman Eden Hazard, arguably the greatest player in the league at the time, who led Chelsea to Premier League titles, FA Cups, Europa Leagues, etc. Now, he left and went to Real Madrid, and Chelsea are looking to rebuild. Now, I kind of want to talk about who can step into the void of this talismanic figure, but the truth is, man, I'm going to say it now, Chelsea wanted to move away from this kind of like model they found themselves in of relying on an absolutely world-class player. They wanted to build a team of more reliable, I guess, kind of Galacticos, because if you look at the quality of Chelsea's team and squad now, it's not a bunch of like, you know, spitting sawdust, digging, hard grafters. It's a team of super silky superstars. So, although Chelsea wanted to move away from the kind of team of always trying to pass it to the best guy and Eden Hazard, do you know what I mean? And sort of redistribute the burden throughout the starting 11, it is good to have that player you can look to. Look at all the great teams around Europe, even the ones that have quality spread throughout the 10 outfield players. There's usually one guy that you can really trust to really turn it on in the big games or just when you need some creativity. And I want to talk about this today, man. Who can rise to the occasion for Chelsea Football Club? There's three players I want to talk about. Chrisitan Pulisic, Chelsea's greatest attacking player last season, who looks similar to Eden Hazard in many ways, but a little bit more direct. Kai Havertz, Chelsea's record signing, silky, skillful, and deadly. And of course, the man of the moment, Hakim Ziyech. Super creative distributor, absolutely at the box, ready to go. What else can I say? Basically, he's just a very good footballer. Let me just take this opportunity to remind you to subscribe to Football Therapy if you haven't done so already. The vast majority of my viewers are here at Football Therapy aren't subscribed, so thank you for coming to watch the content, but continue subbing and hitting the bell notifications icon. That would be really kind of you, and if you want to support me, please do drop a like, because that's very kind. Alright, let's carry on. So of course, Eden Hazard at Chelsea, 7 years, a beautiful time, what a marriage that was. When he left in an amicable way, respectful to Chelsea. At his Real Madrid opening press conference, he says, look man, I don't regret not leaving Chelsea sooner. I left at the right time, I had a great time there. It was an emotional time watching these Chelsea videos here at my Real Madrid unveiling, and ultimately, it was a painful departure for Chelsea fans, but one that they gave the player their blessing because of how things went. So it's time to move on. And we want to win again. We want to win the same way we won with Eden Hazard in the team. So how are we going to do this? Well, like I said at the top of the video, the pressure's now going to be distributed throughout the whole team, and that will relieve the burden on, you know, say on one player. But you need to be able to turn to look at a player sometimes in a tight spot, in a match that's difficult to break down, lacking creativity. And let's start with potential talismanic figure number one, Chrisitan Pulisic. Now, last season, Chrisitan Pulisic was almost certainly Chelsea's most deadly outfield player. So dynamic and threatening in transition. He can run in behind in that left channel. He can dribble through the lines. He apparently can score perfect hat-tricks away at Burnley. Watching Chelsea with Chrisitan Pulisic on the pitch against watching Chelsea without him on the pitch last season was a very different proposition. Watch how he came on against Liverpool and absolutely stuck it up him, terrified him. The way he burns down that left flank, cuts in on his right foot, dribbles in. He can carry the ball in very tight spaces, but he can also just point and squirt and be a super direct offensive threat. Chrisitan Pulisic is an explosive, high-octane player. Not only can he run in behind very, very fast, he can put in really good crosses, like when he assisted Olivier Giroud when they spoke about it before they went out on the pitch. He's pretty much got all of the offensive game in his locker, and he does it in an explosive style. Very much last season, Chrisitan Pulisic was Chelsea's offensive talismanic player, and if he can stay fit, come back into the team and offer that same threat, he could remain that figure in this Chelsea team that the Chelsea players look to when they're in a tight spot and need a little bit of magic. Alright then, let's talk about the next player, and that's Chelsea's record signing, Kai Havertz. Now, Kai Havertz is a gargantuan talent. Don't get it twisted, man. People from around European and indeed world football recognised what Kai Havertz is at Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, he broke a lot of records out in Germany, scoring loads of goals and assisting, playing in different positions at such a young age, also impressing for his country, Germany. Now, he's come to Chelsea. I think Chelsea have spent £72 million on him with add-ons, or if everything comes in together, which is Chelsea's record signing. Now, of course, he scored a hat-trick against Barnsley, and he's shown some flashes in between at Chelsea, currently self-isolating. Kai Havertz, when he's on song, the thing is he floats around effortlessly. It's this kind of like, people kind of give him the Mesut Ozil treatment, saying he's lazy, but if you look at his metrics of sprints and pressures, he's actually really high up on the list. It's because he floats around effortlessly that people have this opinion on him, but the way he moves on the pitch and glides around, he's like Kaká, man. The way he can sort of interchange, combine with anyone on the pitch, when he's got the free role of the number 10, he's just so impressive. Such a great range of passing, incredibly two-footed as well. He's got that absolute beautiful peach of a left foot, but he has no problem whatsoever using his right foot. He can score headers, he can score long-range goals, he can do one-touch combinations, he can switch the play from the other side of the pitch. He's pretty much got everything in his locker, but he's the kind of player that just floats around everywhere and is very, very difficult to pick up for the opposition. And the fact how he's so accomplished in so many positions on the pitch, he can be that superstar that Chelsea look to change a game, to win you a game, and to win you titles. So watch this space for the next decade. I'm certain Kai Havertz is just going to grow into an absolutely gargantuan player, and he already is an incredible talent. Let's move on and talk about our final player in this video, Hakim Ziyech. Now, Hakim the Dream, the Wizard of Amsterdam come Wizard of London, is 27 years old, so he's by far the oldest. He's got like 6 years or so on the other two boys. He's out the box, ready to go. He's got this sort of self-belief, this sort of arrogance that's good. Basically, he knows he's very good, he knows he's very experienced and accomplished, and he's ready to bring that wherever he plays football. Now, he's announced himself in the Premier League with a man of the match performance against Sheffield United, but people have seen his brilliance in Europe for Ajax in the Champions League, and indeed for Chelsea in a couple of games now. He's got a couple of goals, a couple of assists. He is truly in this Chelsea team. But already, he looks like he's got a head start as this sort of talismanic figure on the pitch because the Chelsea players are looking to him. He always wants to receive the ball. He always wants to make that sort of ambitious pass, or indeed the quick pass that no one else sees. Sure, he's been out with injury and he's taking some time to get into this Chelsea side, but if you watch highlights for his time playing for Chelsea, immaculate. These long diagonals with his left boot, his delivery is supreme. Chelsea are blessed to have him, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Mason Mount. So many good passes of the ball. Truly blessed now with that kind of talent, but you'll be struggling to find someone better at passing than Hakim Ziyech with that left foot. It's a proper peach, but most importantly, his psychology on the pitch. Like I said before, the way he just wants the ball, he wants to immediately take responsibility and create quickly. That's what he wants to do, and that's what Chelsea need, and that's what makes a leader on the pitch when you're attacking and you're out to score goals. And right now, in this current side with these current players playing, for me, it looks like Hakim Ziyech is this figure on the pitch that the Chelsea players look to, much like they used to look to with Eden Hazard. Yes, they're very, very different. Eden Hazard was like a world-class dribbler. He'd just wriggle in and bang a goal. Ziyech is going to sort of hang back a little bit, make passes, but he will score himself. So they're quite different stylistically, but in terms of how they are as figures on the pitch, I'm already seeing similarities, man. But anyway, I wanted to speak about this on today's video. I'm really keen on getting your thoughts and opinions on these players I've spoken about. Could they be the leaders of Chelsea's attacking threat, or just everyone out on the pitch? Get down in the comment section below and express your thoughts on this man. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed this content, and probably a good time to let you know I'm going to take some time off now, maybe like a week or so. I've been making YouTube videos for like best part of 2 years or 18 months or something, and I've never actually had any time off. I've been going pretty darn hard for a long time now. And I don't want to get burnt out basically, and we've just come off a good result with Chelsea. We're going into the international break, and also I've just reached over 100,000 subscribers, so it feels like a good time for me to take a few days off, like a week, 10 days or something. So just wanted to give you fair warning, because obviously I've always uploaded every day here on Football Therapy, so I think I should, talk about it before I take some time off. Make sure you are subscribed, and make sure, really importantly, that you've got the bell notifications icon switched on, so that whenever I upload again, you'll be the first to be notified and you can come and watch the videos. Anyway, thank you all so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you again when I do my next video. So enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.